We are live on YouTube,
We're live,
in the
bitch.
Instagram account, or I'm sorry, in the Facebook account, in the Facebook group. This is Card Foundation Podcast, episode number 231. And we'll kick right into it. Make sure to download the podcast each and every week. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Again, 231 episodes deep. Haven't missed a week. And if you like what you hear each and every week, please feel free to leave us a 5-star review. Helps us out, goes a long way. We had a nice little streak going last month in June, so we definitely appreciate our friends posting some comments and helping us out. Definitely helps. July, can't say the same, but it's a new month, so hopefully we can get that. Hopefully we can get that going. Again, 5-star review on Apple definitely helps promote the show and helps your boys. So we appreciate it. Jonathan Francisco's in the chat. What's up? Again, this is the Patreon exclusive YouTube monthly episode. If you like the brand, if you like the group, want to be more of a part of the show, make sure to join the Patreon account or Patreon group. I've got the exclusive Facebook account where the chat's live each and every week. And we actually think we added a few new members this past month, so shout out to those guys. It's my opinion, one of the better Facebook groups out there. All the breaking news, all the latest info about the show and what's going on, purchases that get read live each and every week. So make sure to join the Patreon if you want to support. And then last but not least, before we get into question of the week, is prowrestlingtees.com/Card Foundation Pod. If you want to support the boys even further, you can leave a review. You can join the Patreon, and you can buy a shirt. And
we've sold dozens of them. Dozens.
That's the ultimate way to support. We got
Don't buy T-Bears, buy mine.
There, so head over to prowrestlingtees.com.
We get our profits from that. Those 3 shirts we sold.
Yeah, I think it's like $20. Split amongst 3.
Let me my $7. Let me get my $6.50. Not one of my shirts sold, but I'll take the money from the
You gotta sell
I'll take the money from the shirts you bought of yourself.
Crazy. If anything, Johnny deserves all the profits. He got Rusty got one.
Yeah.
Well, what do we got going on?
We got on the docket
question of the week this week. Question of the week, the collapsible segment. It's not every week where we do question of the week, but this week we got one. So shout out to friend of the show, Kim Ream Cook, who posted this question technically from Steel City Collectibles. So this is a Steel City Collectibles question posed by Kim. So again, shout out to Kim. And the question they asked is, what's one unspoken rule every collector should know?
Ooh.
One unspoken rule.
It's a good question. Getting into the hobby, I would probably say, the most simplest thing in just buying and selling cards is knowing where you could get pricing.
I just said penny sleeve and top load.
Oh,
that's probably the one.
Penny sleeve and top load. That's it.
Yeah, for me, because there's nothing more annoying than when stuff doesn't get priced properly. And again, if it's your card, you can charge whatever you want. Doesn't mean it's going to sell. But then you see people complain about, they're not moving cards, they're struggling. Well, probably because your price is too high. Same thing on the buyer's end. Being smart, knowing that you shouldn't overpay for something that has previously or recently sold. You want to be kind of around what the market says.
Yeah. Don't rip people off. If if a card sells for this, or whenever there's a new collector that's coming in and doesn't really know how to comp something or just wants to get into the hobby, don't take advantage. And there's so much knowledge out there now, anyone can get, kind of pointed in the right direction. So just help out, when you can. There's no reason to make an extra couple of bucks on someone that just doesn't know what they're doing yet.
Right.
Yeah, there's plenty of people in the hobby. I would speak to people, join groups, and just I listen to the Card Foundation podcast. That's the first thing I would do is make sure I subscribe to that. and then I'd follow up. And also, if you're going to PC somebody, it's very easy. Just go. I go lowest price first. Go if you want to go PC Sami Zayn or something like that. You don't got to go buy his 101. Start off slow, and then you'll learn from that way. Nickel and buy a few dollar cards, this and that, and it starts getting more and more fun. And then you start learning, like, okay, now this set has different variations, and the refractors are kind of the base variation. Now his numbers are 99. And it starts making sense. And I started ripping like a less expensive box to Mike, we stick to it, but I'd start ripping less expensive box. I wouldn't start with what's the new Topps one? Wouldn't start with Top Dynasty. That's a $1,200 box or whatever. I'd start with maybe a little opening day or some blasters and stuff to get me
flagship
going.
is always a good one.
Yeah,
basic.
And just flagships are like that, and then you get the more you learn from it and stuff like that. So,
and I would even say if you're going to get into the buying and selling game, especially if you're using eBay, know how to ship cards properly. There's nothing more infuriating than getting a card you really want in the mail and it comes damaged.
I buy cards first before you sold cards on eBay, so you can see how they come properly.
Yeah, or just reach out to someone that's been doing it. Reach out to a hobby shop. Reach out to whoever, podcast, social media, or when you buy some cards, note how they ship it. If you like how they shipped it and you feel like the card's protected, probably a good idea to do it yourself. For me, it's always penny sleeve top loader into a team bag into a bubble mailer. Should never have a problem from there. I don't want to say never have a problem because you never know. Sometimes in transit, UPS could damage the item, maybe bad weather, card was outside, water damage. You never know. But don't just like scotch tape the top loader and all of a sudden you just screwed someone out of a card.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So again, shout out to Kim. Shout out to Steel City for posing the question. And if you want to ask a question on an episode, feel free to reach out to us any way you want, whether it's posting in the group. You can reach out to us on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. If you want to just DM one of us too, so if you don't want the question to be public or whatever, we have no problem. If you want you want to pose like a new to the hobby question or anything like that. So reach out to us any way you want, and we will get it into the episode.
Yeah.
That being said, let's get into it because we got a big one this week. Biggest wrestling card news, arguably, in the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 months. And it was announced today. Topps Chrome Cactus Jack Hobby Edition.
Finally.
Will be back. Surprisingly, is the next set. Looks like pre-orders are going to be live next Monday, July 14th, on the Topps website. Most likely EQL style. So for those who don't know, you'll be asked to how much you want to purchase, whether it's a hobby box or whatever type of box that they're going to offer. You basically purchase the box in advance, and then if you get chosen, your payment gets processed and you get shipped the boxes that they allocated to you. So it's like a lottery system. And that's going live next week. So if you are interested in picking some of this up directly from Topps, it'll be your best price point guaranteed. Because I bet you any amount of money, once this stuff hits the secondary market, it's going to be 2x, 3x. We don't really know yet, but it's going to be more than what Topps is offering.
It was very, very sought after at WrestleMania.
Yep.
So,
yep.
And the images
were selling for double.
The images, I just looked at Dave's message. The images are cool today. I saw them today, but
we're going to go over it.
It's nice to open up a box with actual cards in it instead of a box with 5 cards in it. So, Cactus Jack's taking over.
So it's going to be more of a hobby box style that we're used to. 20 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. So basically like a
very Chrome,
a regular Chrome set, exactly.
They do a guaranteed auto?
I didn't see anything about that.
Really?
But, I mean, I would have to imagine.
They put out anything pricing or any potential?
Nope. Nothing yet.
Interesting.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It's not like it's going up on pre-order from like a Steel City or a Blowout where you'd get that pre-order price. This is going to go live on top, so I doubt we're going to see anything too early. other than Monday when this thing gets posted. But I mean,
This is going to be the random again. Like you would just wait for the email if you got it or didn't get it.
exactly.
And lucky fucks like
Right.
Dave gets it and gets it easily, no problem. And then I try to get singles and box, nothing. But for what I understand now, he has a less of a chance of getting this one now because he already won the last one. Am I right? Is that what they said?
I've heard that before. That typically, if you're doing it for the first time, you do have better odds of securing the order.
I thought if you won already, you're a little bit at the bottom of the
Correct,
total
yeah.
poll.
And that's hearsay. That's not definite or anything.
Oh, why am I blowing up your spot? Dave, I'm gonna blow up your spot when you get it again somehow. And I don't get it.
Yeah. For real.
We'll see. I'm excited. It's been so long since I ripped packs of WWE. I didn't rip any.
I can't even believe that this is like how
the next set.
But it's frustrating because how is this what we've become? Like, you get everyone hyped up for a brand new release. Topps Chrome WWE comes out, and you do 3 releases, and they're all Chrome, and they're all pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, Fanatics?
It's got to be better than Sapphire. Sapphire.
I don't count Sapphire. Like, to me, it's been 2 releases this year, and one of them wasn't even really that accessible.
I don't count Cactus Jack. How do you not count Sapphire?
Because to me, Sapphire was just a crap product.
But it still came out like a regular product.
Yeah, it did, but it was super Chrome.
Cactus Jack came out fucking out of nowhere, and you could pick it up at WrestleMania.
But at least the design is different. It's not the same recycled Chrome image; it's different parallel. No.
All right. Well,
I got
Cactus Jack is going to be like a fresher breath air. Here's some images.
Yeah, we're gonna drop some images.
Dude, they're definitely pushing for them to put quotes on the cards.
Oh,
we definitely have a representative say, "Yo, write some shit on this." I don't give.
The inscriptions are.
Yeah, inscript something.
Yep. So
handwriting's pretty shitty. Dogs are barking by Braun Breaker.
Montez has got nice handwriting.
That penmanship's legit.
But he signs too small. Notoriously, he'll sign like a little space.
Nice. That's nice and clean though.
It's a pretty autograph.
I mean, yeah, it's nice. And we got this one made me laugh because of the image that they chose.
Yeah. Well, the best pure striker in the game, Undertaker.
bad hair taker. It's wild. They could have did better than that. Sorry if I'm a little slow here. I'm trying to go one by one. Then we got L.A. Knight with a inscription. I mean, what else would he honestly inscribe? Got him. Now this is going to be a big one. Arrivederci.
That's what I said?
Yep. What you think it said? Try to read it.
What the fuck is this? That's what I said.
You're saying Arrivederci.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, cha-ching.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's probably a couple $1,000 card right there when that gets pulled.
I mean, I do agree with you, Dan. I think I'm happy something's coming out, and I'm happy they're getting some of the new people in, and like Julia's got live autos and stuff like that on card. I think it's awesome, but I am disappointed. It's a Chrome set again. I was really looking forward to Universe. I thought that was going to be next. We got a brand new set that none of us had seen before, and now we're getting another Chrome set. Yeah. I mean, if you're not familiar with Topps, and all of a sudden you're looking at these releases and you're like, oh, I guess this is what they do. They just put out Chrome stuff. It's like you're gonna be shocked when you see some of the memorabilia cards that get put out later this year, and some of the other inserts and stuff that they do, because this is not indicative of the only thing that Topps does. But you wouldn't know that if you're a new wrestling collector, because that's all we've gotten so far.
I mean, this is an incredible inscription by Jade Cargill. I am one of one.
Dude, I couldn't figure out what the last part was. Like, I am I am one of one.
That was well done. Then we got Mommy
getting lazy with them autographs. She's been signing too much.
It's way too much.
I think that's like a steel cage insert.
Yeah. That was the same one, I think. I don't know if I showed it yet. Oh, I'm showing you right now. Little superfractor. Yeet.
That's cool.
Yeah. They use those steel cage.
It's hard to tell us the superfractors.
Yeah, they almost come off as I guess because the background is yellowish.
Yeah, it's like brown, or it's
almost like a brown fractor.
That's cool.
That's another cool one. Io Sky, another beautiful one.
Yeah, she double signed it with the inscription there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta love EO for doing that.
Pen looks great.
And then the final one here. Jacob. Fa. 2.
That's a cool image.
Yeah, it's a cool image.
It's like a badass card with like the bones and stuff around him.
Yeah. So all right. So now that we've seen the images, and I know we didn't get any regular designs, we just, are looking at
autographs.
How are we feeling about this compared to the other Cactus Jack?
Oh, much better than the WrestleMania one.
Yeah, I think it's better.
I agree.
Cleaner. It's not as sloppy looking. It looks like it actually belongs. It's not just like random images. Like the one, the Cactus Jack WrestleMania, I felt like some of the images were like blurred. They were like, it was kind of hard to see the cards.
That's trying to see if I have a close by.
The parallels were tough to see on some of them.
This is like very similar to Ben Baller's Topps Chrome for baseball.
Right.
They did the Cactus Jack, which I'm crazy. It was so popular they made its own hobby. They went ahead and go make the hobby boxes. Let's go. So that's I did not see that coming.
The other one was weird. Like the way they did the backgrounds of the card with how they I guess edited the coloring of the wrestler. It just all blended in. Kind of, it was like hard to kind of see. It was like blurry almost.
Did Mick Foley have anything to do with this set?
No.
Does he get any royalties for this?
Travis Scott's alter ego is Cactus Jack.
I think he ripped some at WrestleMania.
They didn't let him keep those packs.
Yeah. He was there. He did a panel with Michael Rubin, which I'm not surprised. Well, hey, Dave, tell us how you really feel.
Dave states Cactus Jack is fucking stupid. We don't need Mad Max cards.
I don't think it. Sabrina
Carpenter coming.
I don't think it's for everybody.
Honestly, you can sign me up for Sabrina Carpenter Chrome.
Listen, it's not for everyone. Topps has done this. This is not the first time Topps has done this with a license. P. Bear mentioned before the Ben Baller Chrome. Danny and I were collecting baseball pretty heavy back when that was released, and everyone laughed until the prices came out, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, I guess people want this. Those case hits in that set did really well, and this will sell too because people, they want a new wrestling set. They're ready for the next set, and at the end of the day, wrestling collectors are some of the more loyal and diehard collectors, so they're going to go after whatever's released because they need it. So
I mean, from my point of view and looking at what Fanatics has done, it's annoying that they duplicated this. I don't think they should have put out 2 Cactus Jack Chromes in 1 year. They should have just left it at WrestleMania and started either next year, or they should have scrapped the WrestleMania and just went with this. They should have announced it at Mania that this was going to come out. Maybe that would have been a nicer way to do it. But again, I think it's a really nice set. It's going to be, fun to collect, cool images, cool designs, which, as expected when you get a celebrity influencer to come in and make their own product. So overall, I think it's fine, but we got to get Universe going relatively soon too.
And we need more, we just need more information about what's going on. Because originally we thought we were getting Dynasty at this point too.
Yep.
And we haven't heard about Dynasty since, except for that commercial that dropped back in April. So, some transparency would be nice. Hopefully we'll get that maybe at the National in the next couple of weeks. But,
I could agree more with this. It will sell because of the drought, regardless of the design.
It will.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course.
I can agree with that. Did I want another Cactus Jack? Did I say, hey, we should get some Cactus Jack? No. But it's been too long. We'll take anything at this point, and it will sell.
Especially for the breakers who are like tired of ripping Select and Chrome and Sapphire, and they want something new to rip. This is going to sell. It's not
especially after fucking Sapphire.
Right. Well, this is not the only thing Topps released. They also released a bunch of Topps Now cards last week for Night of Champions, including Solo Sikoa, Julia, Jade Cargill, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Tala Tonga's first WWE card. It's got the rookie symbol on it. Charles Robinson getting his first card in a long time.
Did he have a rookie?
He was in the WCW set.
98 Topps WCW NWO set.
I was just busting chops. I want to see if Topps would
and
do
then,
it.
Last but not least, the CM Punk John Cena duel, which had a dual auto option and was the highest selling of all those. So that card
What was
did the
the
best.
final? What was the
I
final
think it did
sell?
like over 4,000, a little over 4,000.
Well, it's
but-
the first time ever we're getting a CM Punk John Cena dual autograph card on card,
Yeah.
not sticker, which Panini has done. They did do a sticker dual auto, but not on card.
Nothing else came close. Tala Tonga's card didn't even break 1,000
I'm not surprised.
and had an auto option. Jade Cargill
Probably the
was
best
like
odds someone's going to get an auto.
1 in 6 chance.
Yeah, I think everything else was around 1,000, like between 1,000 and 1,500, and then the 4,000 for the Punk Cena. So
Yeah,
that's
Bear,
kind
you
of
look
like where
a-
we've been sitting though.
Bear, you look like a towel, whatever the hell guy.
Tonga, yeah.
Tala Tonga guy.
Piccoleo guy.
Yeah. Humberto
Not-
guy.
Not a favorite of yours.
No, I mean, didn't get me going.
All right.
Didn't get me going.
I was gonna say I didn't pick up any. Did you guys get any?
Nah.
Yep, figure that would be the case. But we do have in other news, huge pay-per-view coming up this weekend. AEW's All In on Saturday, WWE Evolution 2 on Sunday,
Evolution.
and we're making picks. Get the pen and paper. Oh hell yeah!
All right, we'll do
All ready
AEW
to go.
first.
AEW first. I'm ready to go.
All right.
So, first match, they haven't announced who's in it yet, but there's just 2 casino gauntlet matches, men's and a women's. So we can skip over that just because we don't know.
I'll tell you who the men's winner is. It's going to be
MJF?
Jack Perry. Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I don't even know if
MJF.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh.
Sure, MJF is the pick.
No, let's skip that one. Go to the next one.
All right, for winner takes all, Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega.
I'm gonna go Omega.
I think I'm gonna match you and go Omega as well. Who's won more in the rivalry?
I don't give a fuck. I'm going Okada. I always go Okada.
All right.
This is the first time in the States, though.
I think they both lost a step.
We'll see on Saturday. I am
I'm just being a hater, player hater.
I know our buddy over there, Josh, is going to be happy to hear this. I am renting it Saturday.
Whoa, you're back?
I watched the last couple of weeks. I might be back.
Whoa. I wasn't expecting this to come up today.
I'm watching Saturday. And I got something cool planned for it too, so we'll talk about that.
What cool thing could you possibly have planned for that?
It doesn't involve you, so.
The fuck?
Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley versus Jet Speed versus the Patriarchy for the belts.
Bobby Lashley and Shelton.
I agree. Bury them with it. Gold
I'll go
standard.
Jet Speed.
All right.
I think something will happen.
You think a Jetsy is going to win?
The Jets, yeah. Danny's boy, Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship.
Fletcher.
Cole. You going Fletcher? I'm going Cole.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cole, too. Next up, we got.
We probably didn't even scratch the surface of how many more matches they fucking got.
No, they've only announced
not a
3
15 match pay per view.
They've only announced 3 more.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there is a dynamite in between this, so we can get another 8. But
Jesus.
for now, so this match has stipulations. It's Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. If the Young Bucks lose, they lose their EVP status. If Swerve and Ospreay lose, they can't challenge for the belts for a year.
Which belts?
Tag belts.
Oh, Ospreay and Swerve. What a
Yeah,
dumb stipulation!
They're gonna win?
Oh, you can't challenge the tag belts.
I'm going Swerve and Ospreay too.
Makes for a better storyline if they lose their EVP status, probably.
John, who you going?
I'll do a clean sweep on that one.
Wow.
All right, 2 more. Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Mercedes. I think she has in her contract never to lose.
Yeah, I'll go with Mercedes Hogan as well.
Dude, we picked all the fucking same ones, Dan.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Tony will finally take one of these off of her.
Have you been swimming in puss too as I have, or since we're on the same wavelength right now?
I don't know how you try to work that in there. You thought that was the right way to get that in there.
He's been waiting weeks for that.
You're just mad because that joke I said to you.
I was upset. Yeah. The group chat.
Can you post that joke on the screen? Like just the.
Yeah, let me see if I could.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You saw Johnny
Right,
the joke.
what was that?
What?
Johnny just hides in the outside and he just sees all.
I'm reading everything.
Yeah. All right,
last but not least,
carry on.
Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match for the World Championship.
Dan, I'll let you go first. Because whoever you pick, I'm going to pick the opposite.
Wait, say the match again.
Moxley versus Hangman for the belt in a Texas death match.
What up, Johnny?
Hangman.
I'll go Moxley.
I'll go Hangman as well. All right, so that'll round out AEW All In. Now let's do some Evolution. I'll kick it off with triple threat for the IC title. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria.
I'm going to go Becky.
Becky.
I'll go Bayley. Next up, we got Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the belt.
I'm going to go Io.
Ooh, that's a... Rhea Hogan this time.
I'll go Io. JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title. I'm going to go Jordan.
I'll go Jordan too.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no-holds-barred match.
They got to go Jade. Jade on that one. She just won the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, probably smart.
I'm going to go Naomi. Next is a Battle Royal. We don't know who's in it, so we'll skip that. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And then there are two teams that weren't announced yet. But you think either of those teams will win it?
I'll go Flair and Bliss.
I'm going Roxanne and Raquel. I feel like it just makes more sense for the story being that they just were given the belts.
I'll go Roxanne as well. And then last but not least, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus in the Danny Wet Dream match.
I think we know what my pick is for that.
Yeah, I don't think Trish is taking the belt off of her, so I think it's Tiffy.
I'm going to go Trish, but she wins by disqualification, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like that.
That'd be interesting.
John, you going Tiff?
Yeah, I'll go Tiff.
Okay.
It's Tiffy time.
All right, so that'll wrap up our predictions for the pay-per-views this weekend. And before we get into purchases, one last bit of news. Some new additions to WrestleCon. We've been announcing them each week. WrestleCon in Newark, New Jersey during SummerSlam weekend. They have added Haku, Penelope Ford, Kurt Angle, Janai Kai, and Mike Chioda, referee Mike Chioda.
All right. Are you going to this or no?
I mean, I want to, but
I thought you were doing Okada, no?
It's such a trek.
An hour and 10 each way
On a Friday?
Oh, that's valid. Yeah.
on a Friday and a Saturday from Long Island to MetLife Stadium could be anywhere between an hour and a half to 4 hours.
To a week.
Yeah. So, and the train's no better.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
All right, ready for the screenshot, Bear?
I'll pull up purchases while you do that.
I did block out names for the privacy of some members of the chat.
All right.
But
all right, somebody wrote we couldn't get so the video was of
the video was of a hobby influencer celebrating a new hobby shop.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
You don't want to say what hobby shop?
No.
Oh, all right. I'll just say the whole thing. I'll just say the whole...
So the chick was being criticized. So we were talking about that. I said that she's annoying and only buys cards at 80% comps. And Bear said it doesn't fuck guys who collect Dolph Ziggler cards.
Yeah. Danny only thinks she's annoying because she only buys cards at 80% comps. I wrote, and doesn't F girls who collect Dolph Ziggler cards, which is real the reason why Danny thinks she's annoying. And they got
of course,
two
that gets all
ha-has.
the ha-has in the thing, too.
Yeah.
So,
The ha-ha was good. I
yeah,
did that while I was driving, too. I thought that was a pretty funny joke.
No, that popped me. You got me good.
Yeah. And then Danny went on to, you don't want to finish what you finished it off with or no?
Nope. I don't want to say what I continue to say.
You really got to show me up.
Let's just say I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, it's been
I picked up another blaster, series 2 Topps baseball. What about you guys?
I didn't get.
I've been throwing out so many Topps baseball cards, unbelievable. Like some packs, I don't even save a card; it just goes in the garbage.
Yeah. There's got to be a way that someone's buying like bulk base sets for like a penny a card or something, or 5 cents. You just fill a 3-row.
Yeah.
And just say, take it.
I don't even want to flash right in the garbage. What about you? Anything, Johnny?
Yeah, the only thing I picked up, I'm just trying to find it.
I'll pull up the Patreons while you're at it.
Where is it? Just don't remember the year it was. Okay, so I picked up a 2022 Panini Select first year not mezzanine. What's the first
Concourse Premier level?
Concourse. Roman Reigns gold to 10.
Oh, I own that card.
That's cool.
Do you?
I had that. I pulled it at Flip Bomb.
Yeah, I remember you pulled that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Did you grade it?
No, sold it.
What number did you get? You think it's your card?
What was the number on it? I think the one I had was 8 of 10.
I think this was 2.
Oh, lucked out.
I
could probably go back in my eBay history to see what I got for it.
What do we got for purchases on Patreon?
Yeah, we got it. Just not too many this week. A few to go over, but we'll start it up. David Lloyd. This was a cool pickup from ComC. I really think people don't look at the autos closely and miss the weird and wonderful sometimes. Do you think people look at the label and not at the card on ComC? There is a question for you. And it was a Noam Dar autographed to 25, but he wrote it as Supernova. So as the Scottish Supernova. So pretty cool that he signed the nickname and not the full name there.
That's pretty cool.
Makes it rare. Harris Decker. Pretty cool pickup from Fanatics Live Auctions. Haven't added a PC card in a while, and this one makes the cut. 2014 Topps Chrome WWE Cody Rhodes Gold Refractor at a 50, PSA 10. Probably a pretty penny for that, too, I would guess.
Shout out to Harris. If you haven't listened to last week's episode when I did a little market update with Harris in Card Corner, check it out. That's episode 230.
Yep. Rolando Juarez got a 1 of 1 off Topps now. I only ever purchased one card, so I won't have a lot of the same base cards, so I was super stoked to pull this. It was the 1-of-1 Aerostar Mr. Iguana Octagon Junior Worlds Collide card.
That was crazy. I saw that.
One hitter quitter. Wow. Unbelievable.
He's selling that. He got a big push.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had this up for you to read, Bear. But John Thurman, Big Japan Box Week.
Oh God.
Oh, this is pretty easy.
Suzuki 2023 BBA Moto to 30. Neo Genesis 2015 Stardom Faction card, Marigold 2025 base, and autos for Rossi Ogawa, Fuka, Mai Sakurai, Chika Goto, and Miku Aono. Aono? I don't know. That's what it sounds like. I don't know.
Okay.
Ryan Chavis, $1 Million Man, Flawless Survivor Series Emerald auto to 5. Love the image. Love that it's money color match. And love the back of the card describes the Undertaker's WWF debut as the mystery partner on the $1 Million team. Everybody's got a price. Very cool card. Tyler Barnes picked up 2 Tops Now Logan Paul rookies and finally got a lucky hit with an out of 50 gold.
Nice.
I'm curious to see what these parallel sales look like for Logan Paul. I'm also curious to see for the rest of the year, if he's in releases, if they continue to put the rookie logo on them for the year. Because if they don't, I think this brings up the value of those Tops Nows.
It's like the Dom Mysterio.
Yeah.
The Dom Mysterio rookie from Tops Now.
Yep. You only had rookie autos, and then they never slapped it on anything else. Danny Medina didn't make it to Fanatics Fest, but had many tags on the photo of someone showcased that had a 1-of-1 Sensations from Select of Roxanne Perez. Found the person who had bought the card, and we worked out a deal. Man, I miss Panini. Yeah, Panini had some fire. Marcus Brandon, when your 4-year-old says she wants a wrestling-themed birthday, the only logical party favor is cards. Got 20-ish pounds of bulk base delivered today. That's an entire 4-row
20
base.
pounds.
5-row.
Yep.
A 5-row of singles.
5-row? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. 5-row. I can't count. And last but not least, saw him in the chat. Jonathan Francisco, shout out. I was up in Vegas this past week and decided to stop by a shop on the way out of town. I picked up 2 2022 AEW Allure boxes and 2 metal. I had my girlfriend, who has never opened cards before, open the boxes on the drive home. Respect to you for car pulls.
Out of driving pulls, that's wild.
Yep. Out of the first box, she hit a Julia Hart Taxi. Box 2, she hit an MJF auto. And out of the metal box, hit a Swerve Strickland Metal X. Safe to say she is opening all my boxes from now on.
That's funny.
That's 3 case hits in 3 boxes.
Yep.
Wild. But well done. Nice way to end it.
Nice.
All right. So with that being said, that wraps up all of this week's news and wrestling cards. We got one more segment, Card Corner, right after this break.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Card Corner. And this week, it doesn't seem like there's a lot. I have some of the data here. We're going to do a little card ladder inspired exercise that I decided to put together. So basically what I did was I pulled the top 5 sales from 12 different wrestlers. And I want to see if we could talk about the trend that I kind of noticed from these sales. This was kind of like inspired by a bunch of different podcasts that I listen to, more, hobby data related stuff. But I think it's interesting to talk about some of the trends that that we see, and there's something else that kind of ties into this. We'll get into it. So basically what I did was I took 4 modern men, 4 modern women, and then 4 legends. So I'll kind of just run through some of the sales. I'm not going to read every single one, but you'll understand where I'm going with it. So for Roman, the top sales included 2014 Chrome Super, a Black Prism from 24, Ringside Black 1-of-1, 2021 Finest Superfractor, 2020 Finest Superfractor. CM Punk, Flawless Platinum Star Swatch 1-of-1, Prism Undercard Black 1-of-1, Select Ringside Auto Black 1-of-1, Flawless Platinum 1-of-1. Cena,
Punk's all Panini.
Yep. Punk is all Panini.
Also, wait, so the first Punk sale you said was a 1-of-1 swatch?
The 2024 Flawless Platinum Star Swatch auto.
Oh, it was autographed. Okay. I
One
thought
of
it was
one.
just a one of one relic. I was going to say, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got Flawless, we got Prism, we got Select. Cena is first is 2022 Prism Black 1 of 1, then the 2022 Prism Gold to 10, 2024 NT Dual Auto with Hogan 1 of 1, 2022 Color Blast, and then Flawless Star Swatch Platinum Auto 1 of 1. So same card as CM Punk's 1 was Cena's 5.
Cena
But then
has a dual auto with Hulk?
But the gold
What? I
out
can
of,
see this
out
card.
of 50 sold more than that.
Yeah. No, the
the
gold's
hell?
10.
Oh, okay.
Gold Prism.
I need to see this dual
Oh,
auto.
gold, yeah, gold to 10. Be a gold. Sorry, gold to 10. I was thinking tops. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never would have thought I would have seen a dual Hulk Hogan John Cena auto.
From NT.
Wow.
Then we got Cody. So for Cody, it was the 2024 Flawless Superstar logo gem. So that's 1 of 1. And then a Flawless WrestleMania Auto Platinum 1 of 1. 2024 Prism Black Finite 1 of 1. 2024 Flawless the Star Swatch Auto Relic. And then 2022 Impeccable Gold Bar 1 of 1. So that kind of rounds out the men.
Yep.
And then, so for the women, I did Tiffy, Prism Gold, PSA 10 from 2022 rookie.
Yeah,
Then,
that deserves it.
Flawless SmackDown Diamond logo 1 of 1. And then 2 more sales of the Prism Gold from 2022. Couldn't tell if it's the same one because the serial numbers on the back, but those were 3 and 4. And then 5 was the 2022 Prism Black 1 of 1. Rhea Ripley, 2024 Flawless Encased Diamond 1 of 1. 2020 Topps Chrome Superfractor. 23 Immaculate Past and Present Platinum Auto 1 of 1. 2022 Immaculate Platinum Logo Patch 1 of 1. And then 2024 Flawless Finishing Moves Platinum Auto 1 of 1. I did Becky Lynch. Hers was a little different. 2023 Revolution Kaleido Parallel, which is 1
Well,
of
they're
1.
all bought from Adam Gelman, so this is the Adam Gelman top 5 of Becky Lynch.
2024 Prism Black 1 of 1. 2025 Topps Chrome Super Auto 1 of 1. 2023 Chronicles Donruss Optic Gold Vinyl 1 of 1. And then 2024 Select Throwback Gold Vinyl 1 of 1. And then I did Alexa Bliss, which was kind of an outlier. 2015 Topps Chrome NXT Gold Auto to 10 BGS 95. Then 2024 National Treasure Jumbo Patch Auto 1 of 1. 2017 Topps 1 of 1 Kiss Card Auto. 2023 Select Auto Mem Black Logo 1 of 1. And 2015 Topps Chrome Red to 5 BGS 95. So that kind of rounds out the women. And then I did the legends. So Hogan, I did it, and
Wrestling All Stars, Wrestling All Stars, Wrestling.
it's all Wrestling All Stars.
PSA
9, PSA 9, BGS 95, BGS 95, and then the 82 Cosmos PSA 10.
Yep.
So that's Hogan. The next 3 are pretty interesting. So we got Stone Cold.
Yep.
2022 Prism Black 1 of 1. 97 Cardinal Game BGS 95.
What the hell?
That probably sold early.
Oh, that was heat pandemic pricing.
2022 Prism Auto Blue to 49 PSA 10. 2025 Topps Chrome Dual Auto of the Rock and with the Rock Black to 10.
The blue sold more than the dual auto.
Yes.
That's insane.
Again.
Wait, a blue
Prism.
Stone Cold out of 49 for Prism.
Yeah. It's
what the hell?
And then 2022 Select Ringside Black 1 of 1. The Rock. 2022 Prism Black PSA 7.
Yep.
1994 Bumblebee PSA 10, 94 Bumblebee PSA 10, 94 Bumblebee PSA 10.
Danny Final Boss 1 of 1.
Well, these are public sales.
Oh.
And then 97 Panini Sticker PSA 10. That's The Rock. Last but not least, Taker. 2022 Prism Gold to 10. 2022 Prism Gold Auto to 10. 2014 Chrome Superfractor PSA 10. 2025 Topps Chrome Superfractor Auto inscribed Rest in Peace. And 2022 first year Prism Gold to 10.
Those first two are weird.
Yeah.
They're both overpaid for those first two.
So the one thing I noticed with the men was they're all, I mean, for all of them, it basically is all one of ones.
Yep.
Which it should be.
Flawless was pretty dominant.
Yep.
And only one of the case hits out of all those sales.
Yeah.
The Kaboom.
So why did it's the question I guess I have is like you always hear about kabooms, downtowns, color blasts, color wheel, all this shit, and everyone's chasing and all these breaks all the time.
Yep.
Only one sale in whatever that was, 20, 30 sales in the top of those, those people.
So they'll sell often, I think. They don't get too high because you see them. There's usually like 3 or 4 of them online at a time to sell. You know what I mean?
Right. There's only one of one.
Yeah.
You're always chasing the one of one.
So then should we be talking about that more then?
In terms of like breakers filling spots?
Just in general. I mean, I think like Flawless, for instance, I think is a set that like we didn't spend a lot of time on because of I think when it was released.
Yeah, like the deathbed kind of.
But
yeah,
look at the sales. I mean, they're consistently the highest selling cards and some of the most popular cards of these people.
I think it's understanding of what the hobby's buzz is. So a lot of those sales were 2022 affiliated, and that's Prism was. I mean, we went from an era of Topps really not giving a shit at the end of the license and not really being innovative, utilizing the legends, utilizing parallels, some of the stuff we've talked about in the past, but people were so excited to get this Panini, Prism out into the market, impeccable. There was a Gold Bar 1 of 1 sale featured somewhere on there. I just think that Panini did an amazing job of getting people excited and doing fun, unique stuff. So the combination of it being a first-year release, you're going to get top-notch sales because it's never been done before. But on top of that, I think with the Flawless thing, there was never any buzz about the types of cards you pulled. The buzz was always, holy shit, it's a $2,500 box. People were just glamorized by the entire release rather than saying, oh my God, I just hit the 1 of 1 Tiffany from it. I'm going to go crazy now. People were just impressed with the Flawless brand. The brand sold the product.
Right. And the other trend that I noticed is a lot more black 1 of 1s than Superfractors.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say that. I mean,
do you think that holds weight?
Say it again.
Do you think that holds weight? Do you think the black 1 of 1 will be the 1 of 1 people look for?
God, I'm more the Topps.
You like the Superfractor?
I'm a super really. Yeah, but the money, the 1 of 1 and the black sell more. So shit.
Yeah, I mean, I personally I like the appeal of the gold vinyl too. I think it's just a beautiful card to hit when it's a 1 of 1 like that. I just think there's the allure of just the Prism. Panini Prism is like the common brands within the hobby, and I think that's going to change because of Panini losing all the licenses. But I think with Topps, you got to get something super unique that's going to be able to drive 1 of 1 sales like those. You got to get a crazy Dynasty card thrown in there. You got to get a really high-end product that a lot of people aren't going to be able to touch to be able to get some of those sales.
Yeah, and I think it has to be. It's interesting too. I mean, there was no Transcendent on that list.
No, and Transcendent should be number 1. It's the Flawless of Panini.
I think
Topps.
I think the Panini era is going to be missed, but this is something that I think I'm going to do every 6 months because I am curious to see as we get further and further away from Panini having the license, not only in WWE but in everything. How does that look towards the popularity of some of these sales or somehow, some of these bigger sales? Like do some of these cards start getting phased out by whatever it is next that Topps does? Do collectors maybe say, okay, Topps has the license now, I'm going to go back to 2014 and start looking for some of these Superfractors of some of these guys look for some of these, you know, bigger cards from earlier Topps years, because that's kind of like where we are right now, versus going back to Prism or Panini products. Or are people going to stay nostalgic for the Panini stuff? You know, I think there are Panini people that
Yeah, for sure.
love Prism, they love Select, they love Black one of ones, they love that gold is the
Gold
10,
10.
not 50. I mean, I think that's a thing.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see as time goes on. You know, WWE only had the license with Panini for what, 3 years?
Yeah, 22 to 25. So 4.
So, and they dominated that list.
Yeah, no, because I just think they did. I mean, how many times did you get Legends autos? Like, think about it. The 4 Legends you picked, how many of them had autos in Topps versus Panini? They were more featured in Panini, except for The Rock. So, of course, the sales are going to, you know, are geared towards Panini for that. You know, and think about it. Look what happens when Topps throws a crazy wrench into it with an Undertaker inscribed auto. That's something that Panini didn't really do. And that becomes a top 5 sale now. You got to get
Right.
unique that way for Topps to be on that.
Yeah, I mean, I tried looking for people too that I know had some of those case hits, the Kabooms, the Color Blasts, the Downtowns and stuff like that.
Well, and there's still, I mean, when you think about those, like there's still multiple copies of that. A 1-on-1 is a 1-on-1, so of course it's going to dominate a case hit. When a case hit, there's probably anywhere from 15 to 50 out in the market of each, you know, card. So there's no different than a Kaboom being hit as a orange to 25. Probably the same print run, but it's just fun chasing the case hit of the, you know, of the Kaboom or a Downtown.
Yeah, and it's funny. This was kind of a inspired. Again, I mentioned it earlier. It was an inspired kind of thing from Josh from Card Ladder. He has a podcast, and he kind of did this with NFL players, and you would be shocked to see how many Kabooms and Color Blasts were the top sales of those players over their true 1-of-1 in that set. And you know, it's interesting to talk about, because you know, it's like the case, it's all you ever see on Instagram, it's all you ever hear about in, you know, in the reels and the videos and whatever, everyone's chasing that. But the collectors are spending the top money on the 1-of-1s, the really unique memorabilia stuff, the on-card autos. That's something that's always going to kind of reign as the number one thing, while everyone else is just chasing kabooms and everything else. So yeah, it's just something to think about.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that, but I like that.
I'll think of baseball too, and how different that is. The case hits undersell in baseball versus parallels.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like think about the Helix from Topps Chrome doesn't outsell a number to 10s, number to 25, or 1-of-1s, or, you know.
The hometown heroes don't do well at all.
No, they don't. So I guess every sport just has its own thing. Every fan that is a part of it, they treat certain cards a certain way, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. You know, maybe at the end of the year, if Topps gets another couple of sets under their belt, kind of go back and look at the same names and see if anything's changed. You know, maybe Dynasty comes out, or not Dynasty, I'm sorry, Royalty comes out at the end of the year, and people go nuts because that'll be like, that's Topps' answer to Flawless. And we'll see what happens. Maybe that's what people go nuts for.
Yeah. All right, so that rounds up this week's live edition episode. Want to thank everybody who joined us in the chat tonight. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of our Patreon members supporting us. Couldn't do it without you. New episodes of the pod every week. Make sure you're subscribed. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you download your favorite pod. Leave a 5-star review. Let's get back on track and get a little run going of 5-star reviews. Help your boys out. ProWrestlingTees.com/Card Foundation Pod. P-Bear is still waiting for someone to buy his shirt, so everybody hop on that. Make sure you get a P-Bear shirt.
Appreciate that.
Yep, I got you covered. And what else? Social media on X and Instagram at Card Foundation Pod on both of those platforms. And that rounds it out. So when it comes to wrestling cards, are the best there is?
The best there was.
And the best there ever will be. Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.